What's up, guys? This is Rise, and welcome to another video. Recently, in the Play Pokemon circuit, we have seen trainers dominating. That's right, not getting by, not experimenting, dominating with Shadow Magnezone. We saw it first with Paulasha in the European International Championships, getting 4th place with a Shadow Magnezone, going absolutely berserk with it. And just now, apologies if my pronunciation is incorrect, but LNDS Canan from Brazil was able to win the Sao Paulo Regional with a Shadow Magnezone. And I decided, what better inspiration to run it in the Go Battle League. And this first battle, I was pretty proud. I'm not gonna lie. This is against Josh, terrific trainer from over in England, and we were able to catch a mirror shot out of a bad lead. He actually was leading Magnezone himself, so we catch the mirror shot on our own. We are going to build up a little bit. This could be a wild charge, so we're going to respect it, and it is a wild charge. He then swaps into a Shadow Gligar, which, as you're going to see, this is a rare situation where a ground type does not do that great against an electric type. He shields the wild charge. I'm going to go back-to-back wild charges here. Second wild charge coming through. This is resisted damage, but it's big-time damage. He is going to fire off a move. I'm going to let it go at this point. I feel like Magnezone has done its job. I think maybe I could still live in Aerial Ace, but no. With 4 times debuffed, we don't live. We come in with the Gator, and we know that Magnezone is still lurking, but I do respect the damage that a dig would do to us. What's going to come in? It's going to be a Cresselia, so I'm thinking about what I want to do here. I build up, and I catch the Grass Knot onto our Whimsicott. So 2 big catches already in this game, but it's not over yet. There's still a healthy-ish Magnezone lurking in the back, so I want to make sure I have residual energy when I throw here. I don't want to be completely dry against the Magnezone. They are going to fire off a charge move back at us. Whimsicott going to withstand the Moonblast. We're able to get off a Moonblast. Oh, no, we're actually going to go for the bait here. We're going for the Seed Bomb bait, thinking even if he calls it, 2 should be enough. We get the bait. Whimsicott reaches the Moonblast. Is there any way this resisted Moonblast will be enough? Yes, it is. Just barely. And then we combo with the Hydro Cannon and going to win the game. That, on paper, is like a pretty hard counter team against ours. Granted, our Magnezone was pretty safe, so I was happy to win that one with a few nice catches and plays there. Next opponent here, Togekiss, a trainer I have been battling since like the very first few seasons of GBL. I remember playing Togekiss way back in the day, and I could be wrong, but I feel like they took a break for a couple seasons, or at least I think there was like a period of a few seasons where I didn't play them as much, and now I play them a lot once again. Whimsicott versus Cresselia. I'm hoping that this Moonblast does enough to knock out if it connects. Let's see. Moonblast incoming. Knocks out Cress. Look at that. Whimsicott just straight up winning the Zero Shield scenario against the bulky Cresselia. I'm just going to throw this immediately. So I throw it on alignment, but I win the charge attack priority, which is really nice. Moonblast grabs a shield. So Whimsicott able to not only win switch, but also grab us a shield advantage. Tremendous job by the Whims. I think that might have been an undercharge to get an extra Snarl there. So nice play by them. At this point, I am going to respect a potential Dark Pulse on our Magnezone. Magnezone is extremely frail, so you kind of have to shield. Going for the Wild Charge here. Will we see a shield, or will they call the bait? Let's go. We knock it out, and in comes Umbreon. Although Umbreon probably does fairly well against both of our remaining Pokemon. With this much of an energy lead, and with the tag team, we are chilling here. I'm going to clear my debuff on Magnezone. Swap into Feraligatr, and if this was a one-on-one matchup, Umbreon versus Magnezone, or one-on-one Umbreon versus Feraligatr, I bet Umbreon could probably beat each of them, but this is not one-on-one. We got such an advantage from that Whimsicott that our tag team here is able to dominate the Umbreon in the back. Let's go, baby. Blue Nation is the next opponent. Whimsicott into combo. Oh, terrific lead. Terrific lead for us. They swap into Feraligatr. Don't have like a super comfortable answer. So going to go in, or going to throw my Seed Bomb first. Then I'm actually going to go in with my own Gator. If you're wondering, Rise, why not immediately go Magnezone? Well, I get outpaced if I'm Magnezone, so I'm just giving him a free shield advantage if I do that. But you could be right. Magnezone maybe was the better call here. Going to go for the Hydro Cannon, and this is going to connect. He is going to get to another, so I am going to have to go down a shield here, unfortunately. Or match shields, I guess I should say. So now all shields are even. We're going to get off some chip damage here with our Hydro Cannon. And he is going to let it go. I'm going to wait on our timer since our timers are misaligned a little bit. Excuse me. Excuse me. Whimsicott met by the Skeledirge. And at this point, I'm like, uh-oh, we lose. This Skeledirge is about to completely run over our remaining Pokemon. I do connect on the Moonblast. But oh my gosh, look at this Incinerate damage. This is so bad. I think maybe like a Wincon could be calling a Disarming Voice here. Give myself a chance. But he goes for the Shadow Ball. And he absolutely destroys us with the Skeledirge in back. He tagged me in Home Slice Henry server to tell me GG's. Nice job, buddy. Really well played there. And now we see Shadow Magnezone. Not the best lead for Wims. We're going to have to eat a Mirror Shot to the face here. And go for the Moonblast. Do we grab a shield? At this point, I'm thinking like, this could be kind of tough. I don't go for the catch. Yeah, this is awkward. I shield to get off another Moonblast. And I guess I'm hoping. Man, I just do not like the situation at all. We were able to dance around the other Magnezone. Gotta respect a Wild Charge. Shadow on Shadow, that damage would just do so much. He Mirror Shots baits me like a savage. I throw Wild Charge, and it's caught, but it's caught on a Mandiba. So I'm like, okay, that's not that bad. And check this out. Because no Snarl got through on the catch, we actually get the perfect farm down. We come out with a Wild Charge. I'm getting ready to throw it immediately if it's his Magnezone. And it is his Magnezone. So it's a charge attack priority. We need this to knock out. It is resisted, but it's heavy damage. Knocks out. And there's a Mantine in the back, dude. Theoretically, I should have thrown the Mirror Shot knowing I'd get outpaced to the Aerial Ace, but I thought maybe I'd live, and I do! I hang on by a thread, and Magnezone is going to sweep the entire team. Oh my gosh. Shadow Magnezone. How do you do, bro? Crazy win there. Wims into Goodra, another good lead. This time, Skeledirge doesn't sweep our entire team because we're able to align it against our Feraligatr here. Feraligatr trying to say see you later, but Skeledirge is like in a while Crocodile because they're going to shield up. We're going to respect a potential Shadow Ball. We know they're probably going to bait. I'm going to fire off my Hydro Cannon here before they can get off their next Disarming Voice. And they shield. I feel a sneeze coming. Excuse me. Bless your eyes. Thank you, Donovan. We get the full Shadow Claw down. We got all this energy, dude. Our Feraligatr is going on an absolute tear here. Farms down, says, see you later, Goodra. And then there's a Skarmory in the back. Oh my gosh, this poor guy thought the algorithm was out to get him. Like, perfectly hard countered with my weird team. And that is a G to the G. Oh, that was kind of weird looking. Wims into Mantine. We're going to safe swap Feraligatr, since Wims does not enjoy that matchup. This is just an Aerial Ace, most likely. So we're going to let this go through. Still does a decent chunk of damage. In comes Whiscash. And the nice thing here is I'm going to be able to fire off 2 Hydro Cannons first to give myself a shield advantage. Opponent is being patient. They're not falling for any charge attack priorities here. So we get the shield advantage. And now I'm thinking, I guess I just let this go, hoping that Whis is their best Magnezone answer, and maybe Magnezone can sweep in the back if I just get rid of this thing with Whimsicott, because we've already seen the Mantine. So I'm hoping maybe Magnezone will have a neutral matchup, maybe something like a Lickitung, and then the Mantine that we know is there. We go for the Seed Bomb here. Trying to swap out, and unfortunately, they're running double Mud Boy, so right after, that's kind of funny, right? Right after getting like a perfect hard counter win. It's kind of a perfect hard counter loss here. We're going to not give up yet, though. Going to put up the double shields. And go for the wild charge here. Unfortunately, because of Quagsire's bulk, wild charge isn't going to be enough to one-shot, as you see. Go for the mirror shot here right away. But I think Quag can simply just shield at this stage and mud shot down and win the game, as we have no energy on our Whimsicott. Move coming through from the Quag. It's in Aqua Tail. They're just going to throw Aqua Tail so they can dip out. And I commit to the Moonblast because Seed Bomb would not have been enough to knock out there. Moonblast, I think Mantine lives for sure, but it would have been at least close. Maybe it would have looked closer instead of a dominant loss. We get the Phalanx as a reward. And I think there's at least a couple more battles here as we go to 3181 Elo. Let's go, baby. Next opponent, what we got? Lantern, great lead. Magnezone does very well against Lantern as well. So here, I immediately think, did I do the right thing? I'm concerned that Wiggly can just two-shield charm its way through. We do throw on proper timing despite the desync of the swap, so that was crucial there. Gonna get off our second mirror shot here as soon as possible. Mirror shot is going to get the debuff. That's really big. And I get a little bit greedy here, potentially. I throw an alignment. I could have done one more Volt Switch and then thrown to guarantee the knockout. And as you see, it doesn't knock out, but luckily I live the one charm. So a slight error by me, but we're still able to preserve switch advantage plus a shield advantage. And at this stage, the game is just over. This is only enough for a Psyshock at worst, so I'm not going to bother shielding it. We know we can live a Psyshock. We're ready for the swap. They swap. We swap. And that is a G to the G. Pretty RPS win there. Just had to make sure we didn't lose switch advantage against that Wigglytuff. So you could argue maybe I should have like seed bombed and then gone Magnezone, but it all worked out in the end. Positive lead. He swaps Dugong. And I just like my reaction was just to immediately swap Magnezone. I go for the mirror shot bait, and I mean, it kind of makes sense to no shield if you think about it. Like, you might be thinking, whoa, what a bait call. But honestly, like, if it is a wild charge, it one-shots, and then he gets a massive counter down, and that could be really uncomfortable for me. So I think the no shield made sense by the opponent. We mirror shot. They're going to shield to get off another move. So they are going to be able to get a shield advantage against us here, which isn't ideal. Drill run that time. And I'm expecting Annihilape. I do one, and I go for the mirror shot bait, thinking like he kind of has to shield a potential wild charge. So at least this way, I can get some nice chip damage with this mirror shot. Mirror shot coming through. A debuff as well would be really nice if we can get that. Mirror shot, no debuff. But we do some nice chip damage, which could be big in the end game. They're likely going to hit us with a Shadow Ball here. It's not going to feel good for little Whimsicott. Whimsicott eats the Shadow Ball to the face. In comes Bastiodon, a Shadow Bastiodon. And because of... Oh, no, it's actually a regular Bastiodon. My bad. Regular Bastiodon. And check out what I do here. He's going to Stone Edge us, and I still do one Shadow Claw and then throw, because I realize I can live one Smackdown, and we simply want to give as little farm to that Annihilape as possible. Because as long as we can connect on a Moonblast with the Annihilape, we are chilling. So Annihilape's only going to get to one counter here. And I'm nearing the Moonblast. I'm only one away. We're going to do the Fairy Wind, the Moonblast, and get rid of this Annihilape, this scary-looking Annihilape. And that is a G to the G trainer. Next opponent. What you got for us? Poliwrath. Okay. Interesting matchup. The weird thing here is, like, Seed Bomb doesn't do enough on its own to really threaten the knockout, so they don't necessarily have to shield this, and that's exactly what the opponent does. So maybe I should, like, build up one more to threaten the Grass Knot if I was running that. Icy Wind connects, and they swap into Galv, and oh no, dude, this is bad. This is so bad. I don't have a great Galvantula answer. So I have to swap in Magnezone. Like, I could have also stayed with Wims to get a shield first, but then that big head start I'd be giving to Galv would have been brutal. And then check this out. I go for the Mirror Shot bait, and this absolute savage calls it, and then wins the charge attack priority. I assumed Magnezone would win charge attack priority. Oh, this game is going so out of hand. This is not looking good at all. Going for the Wild Charge here. Wild Charge will connect, knock out the Galv. If only I'd done it the first time. And there is a Charge Bug in back. At that point, I'm like, I'm out of here. Well played. The opponent absolutely destroyed us there. Whims into Lantern. They swap Dragonair, so we're still in a good position. It's just a matter of, like, how do I want to handle this? Because I would like to preserve my Whims if possible, right? To keep it around for the Lantern. A lot of times, Dragonairs will call the Seed Bomb here in my experience, so I go for the Moonblast. This trainer shields it correctly. Nice job by them. I don't want to expend my second... Oh, I actually do. Okay. I was thinking with a Magnezone in the back, I don't really want to expend my next shield, but I guess I do decide to do that. Go for the Seed Bomb. I figure this plus maybe one Fairy Wind should be enough to knock out Dragonair. And it is. We know Lantern is probably not going to come in, so we're expecting to swap out. But Lantern does come in. So what do you know? Lantern does come in. Gonna go for a Seed Bomb here. What the heck could be in back? Like a Whiscash maybe? A Whiscash would actually be quite scary. I throw on the charge attack priority. I'm honestly hoping for a shield here, but... Oh, okay, I do get the shield. That's huge. Now I'm thinking, like, what is in the back? Potentially a Whiscash. They get a little bit of a spark down. We come in here, and... What's it gonna be? They're gonna hit us with a Surf before exiting. Surf does a lot. And it's a Guzzlord. And check out what I do here. I do 2 Volt Switches. I Mirror Shot to ensure that an Ice Beam is going to be enough. And I'm actually able to bank a Wild Charge in the process. So I was pretty happy. Like, maybe it was obvious what to do there. But I was happy just in that moment. I didn't, like, panic and swap immediately. I was able to recognize what the win condition was. Chip with one Mirror Shot, store a Wild Charge, and then win the game convincingly here. So, nice one there. Shadow Magnezone, not the easiest Pokemon to use, I would say, but a ton of fun, and in the right spots can just go absolutely crazy. I hope you guys, I'm tripping on my words. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. If you are new, comment down below. All comments are appreciated. And all that said, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.